Hey, and welcome back to the Talos Principle. Today, there's even more reading to do. Let's start with the Underwater Night Quest. I think it's just like a text that was written. We have an attachment, so we are going to get some more juicy art in here. So, anyway, Underwater Night Quest. Sink into this new experience. There are no limits inside your mind. I am going to read play it. I'm gonna play it before I actually read what they are talking about. I think that's more interesting. Alright. Play Underwater Night Quest. Loading attachment. Done. Adjusting library parameters. Done. Close your eyes. I can't see. Which is actually something I think is really fascinating. How do they close their eyes? Can they just, like, feel the digits that are, like, happening in front of them? Can they hear it? How does that work? Because, like, obviously, like, I as a human kind of perceive the world a little bit differently. Anyway. Credits. An interactive adventure by Belial, written using the tools kindly provided by admin. Special thanks to Mr. Mulcible. The purpose of facts is to inspire fiction. That's an interesting philosophy. I don't know who said that quote first, but I like it. I'm gonna write that down somewhere, I guess. Anyway, new game. Your name is Arthur Sadko, and you are a young human of the medieval age. You live in beautiful Gardariki in the Frisian coast. One day you're sitting on the beach playing the piano. You know, as you do, when suddenly a huge monster comes out of the water. Confronted, just wait and see, or run away. I mean, I am sitting at the beach. I feel like this is like public space, right? Like, I feel like the monster should be allowed to just come out of the water. So, like, just wait and see. As it turns out, it's not actually a monster. You just thought that because you were startled. It is, in fact, a very large bipedal whale. It beckons you to walk over. I mean, as you do, right? Don't whales technically still have, like, the leg bones? I know, like, some, right, like, it's, like, some, fascinating thing in, like, evolution, how, like, we evolved from, like, something living in the water, right? And then we evolved, like, legs, and then there were, like, some species that then, you know, went back into the water and basically lost their legs again, even though they oftentimes still, to my understanding at least, still have, like, those bones. Like, there are, like, certain, was it manatees? I thought there are, like, certain marine animals where you can really see that they still have those legs, basically, but they're, like, you know, under their skin, basically. Anyway. I'd back this week to talk. Sure, let's talk. Greetings, the beast intones. I am Had Me Hit, Chief Fish. I heard your beautiful music and I was impressed. Would you like to become a knight? Sure. Excellent! Then follow me to my place under the sea, where a mighty quest awaits you. That's ooh, we have a map. Ooh, Norfolk Undersea. With the palace? Choose thy destination. We only have the palace though. Also, this weirdly reminds me of that art piece with, like, the 0 and the 1 and the loop thing that we had seen, like, 3 episodes ago. Let's go to the palace. The palace of Chief Fish. Had Me Hit's palace is made of corals and gemstones. It floats under the sea, full of amazing colors. The guards are seals. Oh, are they Navy SEALs? Welcome, welcome, young human. I am glad you came, for we have great need of your skills. A terrible monster terrorizes the deep. The dark serpent god is made Chernobyl. Okay. If we make you a knight, do you promise to defeat this wild beast? You know what? It's an underwater night quest. I feel like we have to go on the quest. So I swear that I shall defeat this wild beast. Very well then, I pronounce you Sir Sadko of Norfolk. Go and vanquish our enemy. You may want to prepare first. I mean, sure. Do I have, like, other places to go now? With the palace, we have the hut, the inn, ooh, and the evil lair. Let's start in the old hut. It's so cool, right? Like, I like, when I started this DLC, this is so far from what I believed to actually encounter here. I'm gonna be completely honest. I kind of expected more of the base game, not whatever this is. I just love it. It's great. Like, playing a game inside of a game is always great. Wait. The old hut. The hut is an old hut that became the smelly old hut. Oh. On a wide sandy plain, there lives a hermit called Spatula Podrick Ivange von Zwiebelhausen, who was once the greatest mage in all of Norfolk, but whose defeat at the claws of Zmei Chernobyl has turned him into a wretched shadow of his former self. He sits in his hut all day, mumbling about the days that once were. In his hands he holds a powerful magical amulet, which he has forgotten how to use. Another thing that I think is really fascinating about, like, the culture of the people inside of Dissemination is, they talked about, like, the names, how they are, like, weird, but I think it's more fascinating that they are mixing names like that, right? Like, I pronounce it very German, like Zwiebelhausen, right? Like, it's onion, like, Hausen is, like, actually comes from, like, house, right? Like, you know, a house, right? Like, but it means, like, I guess where onions live. Very, very loosely. It's like, technically, like, Hausen just means, like, that there was, like, a house there and then developed a village. Right, so, like, it's an onion, it's like the village of onion, I guess. And I think it's really fascinating how, like, all of this is, like, combined, because they don't really have that concept of different, like, cultures and different countries. Is probably how I would put it, on languages. They just see, like, all of the text, and, like, obviously if they are taking names inspired by those, they don't probably have, like, lists, and they say, like, oh, those are, like, German names, those are, like, Russian names, or, like, American names. They would just combine them, because how else would they do that, right? They probably, like, I don't even know if they know how to pronounce those names, right? Anyway. Asking for the amulet. I mean, an amulet could be cool. Tell him to find himself. Kill him and take the amulet. Is that very knight-like? The problem is I would never figure out how the amulet works then. And he has forgotten, you know? Let's help him, right? Like, tell him to find himself. You tell Spatula Podrick Ivange von Zwiebelhausen that defeat is no reason to give up. He may not be the great mage he once was, or the hero he wanted to be, but that doesn't mean he has to be a wreck. Within each of us exists an infinity of time and space, and therein we can all find peace and contentment. All he needs to do is leave the struggle to others. After some hesitation, the old man gives you the amulet. He seems relieved. Fair enough. I guess, like, all of those could be reasonable ways to get the amulet. I'm, like, really, like, this is something I want to replay at some point. This is, like, the I guess, I don't know if it's, like, a bad thing, because we might just spend, like, the entire day playing Norfolk here. I mean, anyway, where else can I go? The inn, obviously. I feel like that's reasonable, right? Like, every great adventure starts in an inn, technically. Emmy's Underwater Inn. Emmy's Inn is a popular travel destination for mer people seeking to enjoy the restorative properties of the nearby thermal vents. It's a lovely building, 3 stories, classic hypothalasian Norfolk style. Ooh. Emmy herself is a kindly old woman, slightly round and an excellent cook. You know what? Let's get a meal first. Yeah. You sit down in a large comfy chair by a solid wooden table. You order the special of the day. The waiter leaves and returns after a few minutes with a delicate porcelain plate full of delicious smelling soup. As he sets it down, however, you notice a small problem. Excuse me, waiter, there's a shield in my soup. No. How has that happened? Oh no. The waiter seems shocked. Oh dear, he says. Oh dearie dear, how terrible, how embarrassing. Allow me to apologize most profusely. He hesitates. Would you like to keep the shield or should I throw it away? I'll eat it. Very good, sir, and or madam, he says, handing you the shield. He brings you another soup. It's excellent, and you feel profoundly sated. Let's get a room. You get a room on the 3rd floor. The room is slightly haunted, but otherwise fine. You know, it happens. Do you want to have a strange dream? Sure, I like strange dreams. You dream of an eternal cycle of suffering, which is surprisingly funny. A singing clownfish who can see the future. And the future is the past is the future. The present is suffering, surrounded by past and future. The clownfish is trapped in a fishbowl, where the stars never change. There's a cat for some reason. And an infinite void that turns inside out. And you are the clownfish. No! You wake up with a strange feeling of half remembering something. The memory will soon fade. Fair enough. I mean, I guess you are trapped in a fishbowl, right? Like, I could see this being a valid, like, a reasonable dream to have when you're actually trapped, right? Cyclical time is also like an interesting idea for like universes and themselves, right? Like the idea that at some point, like, the universe is going to like reach an endpoint and contract, and then everything's starting again. And maybe like the exact same way, maybe not. Maybe it's like a quantum thing. I don't know. I just like saying quantum every once in a while. Ooh, there's a temple. That's new. Choose thy destination. What about the temple? The mysterious temple. You're not quite sure how you found this place, but you can sense its power, even though the temple consists of no more than a few columns surrounding a fishbowl. Maybe I can jump in. An ancient magic infuses the place. A man dressed in rough robes approaches you. You have come, he says. You have come to hear the word of Talos. Can I not do anything else? Run away. I'm not gonna kill people. And it's gone, okay. How about I go to the inn again? Lovely buildings, like you wanna get a room again. The third room. Yes, I wanna have like this strange dream again. And we are going to have the eternal cycle of suffering again. Okay, since the same thing basically happened when we entered the inn, what happens if I go to the hut again? Like, can I get like a second amulet? Does the game check for that? It would be interesting to see. Clownfish sure is trapped in a fishbowl. I just wanted to see if I can go there again. I don't want to kill if I don't have to, right? Like, it doesn't sound like very Nightlight. Like, this is against my, you know, my alignment. No, but seriously. I'm half remembering something, yeah. It's the temple. The temple is back. Okay, but let's go to the hut first. Smelly or hot? Thankfully, you don't need to go back here. It's really smelly. Even the water looks dirty. Okay. Okay, the temple only appears after I sleep. My stats? At present, you carry the following objects. No weapon, a smelly hut amulet +1, and a shield of soup +2. No tourist guide and no lantern. Ooh. It's interesting, so there's like more to explore here. Let's go to the palace again. You go back to the palace to ask for advice. If I knew how to feed a smage noble, I'd have done it myself. Had me hit, grumbles. However, I just found this old tourist guide and I thought you might find it useful. Don't mind the stains. Sure. And what does that do? Ooh, there's a dungeon. That's cool, my stats. Okay, we have a tourist guide. Halibut Fry's Guide to the Norfolk Undersea. Ooh. I'm guessing this is just the one that gives me the dungeon. Like, I kind of want to prepare, right? Like, I should go to the dungeon first to get, like, the scenic dungeon. To get, like, stronger. Maybe get, like, a sword or something. A beautiful dungeon in the traditional Norfolk style. Handcrafted stone walls rise from the seafloor, adorned with an exquisite algae. An old brass lantern allows... Oh wait, I see what I misread there. An old brass lantern stands on a table near the entrance, but you're not sure whether you're allowed to take it. Let's examine first. Come closer, you see a sign that says free lanterns. Take it. I mean, it's free. You take the lantern. Let's enter with the lantern. You enter the dungeon. The inside is as beautiful as the outside. A maze of twisted little passages, all tastefully arranged. Okay. We are coming from the east apparently, because we can go north, south, or west. This is why I have a notebook in front of me. I'm gonna draw a map. I hate the words maze in here. Sure. So, we are having the entrance here. I know you can't see it, and I'm not gonna give you a map. I'm just saying that I'm gonna make one. And then we have like a four-way intersection, basically. Like we are coming from that entrance. So let's go north. You walk north for a while, noting the high quality of the interior design. The torches in particular have been placed with utmost care at the very precise intervals. The effect is delightful. At the end of a long corridor you come upon a room in which a butler appears to be waiting for you. His face is made of skin. Crazy, but underneath you can hear the whirring of machine parts. Greetings, good sir. I am Samuel, the butler. I have awaited your coming since the beginning of time. A prophecy spoke of your battle against the monstrous mage Noble. That's lovely. Okay, we have the butler. Gonna write that down. Butler, and there's a room. Wait a second. You come upon a room in which... Okay, it's inside. Okay. Ask about the prophecy. Sure. Indeed, the prophecy was discovered on a machine containing texts from time before this world came into being. Said texts prophesied that one day one would come to relieve Norfolk Undersea from its oppressor and make the kingdom his own. I have prepared a sword for you to accomplish this. I mean, I'm taking that. Excellent. Do you hope you are successful? Excellent. I do hope you are successful in your quest. If not, please tell Mage Noble to send the sword back so I can present it to the next chosen one, will you? Very good. The butler goes somewhere else. Wait, we wanted to ask stuff. Guess I have to go to the dungeon again? I feel there's... Closed for repairs. Why am I drawing maps? Closed for repairs, sure. I guess I have everything I can get, right? Am I missing something in my stats? Sword of Plug. Plug? Plug +3. Smelly Hermit, yeah. And a brass lantern +1. Nice that all of those have buffs that totally mean something in this game world. It's time to go to the evil lair, I guess. Or should I go to the goldfish guy? I do have the lantern and stuff, right? And the guide. Let's try this again. Because like last time I didn't have like the guide. Get a room. First, yeah, I would like to have a strange dream. And I'm gonna, wait through that. But like my theory is like maybe the guide is going to tell me that to not kill that person. Or maybe I should do that. You can see the future. I mean, yeah, we can maybe see the future, the past. I mean, they did talk about like the machine before, right? I can technically just... Okay, I can't actually scroll up because like every single time we get like another character written down there, we are going to the bottom again. So I can't even, check up on old stuff. Yeah, and you are the clownfish. No! Yeah, wake up. Alright, I guess I want to go there. Like now that I have a sword, I can at least fight if I wanted to, right? Mysterious temple? Sure. You're not quite sure how you found this place, yeah? You have come, he says, you have come to hear the word of Talos. You know what? No, I don't, apparently. Inexplicably enraged by the old man's words, you attack him. You grab a book of ancient Greek mythology which you find next to a column and beat him to death with it, screaming incoherently all the while. You feel better. In fact, you feel a lot better. You also feel very sleepy. I guess I have to sleep in the old man's bed. Do I become the goldfish now? Or the old man? And then the next morning you open your eyes with a new sense of purpose. You're no longer afraid of failure. You remember the words of the greatest of all sages, the Holy Quantum. Failure is just an opportunity to learn something new. Your power has grown. Ooh. I guess I leveled up? I think that was like really rude, but hey, your stats? Where did they increase though? I don't think they increased at all. I just killed someone. Can I go there again? In. Get a room. Have a strange dream. What happens if I say no? You choose not to dream, which is more logical. You wake up relaxed and happy. I guess so. Like I feel like maybe I could go there again. But hey, let's go to the evil layer at this point. The evil layer of Chernobyl. Are you sure you want to take on the evil serpent? Are you prepared? I guess I am. Attack! You confront the serpent god Chernobyl in his lair. The fight is long and hard, but at least you succeed. Wait, at last you succeed, where so many before you have failed. You emerge from the lair covered in blood, your hands trembling, a huge tooth embedded in your shoulder, and carrying the head of Chernobyl. You are victorious. To the palace! The palace of the chief fish. You enter the palace, triumphantly holding up your trophy. The guards are clapping. I can't believe you actually did it! It says. And one day I will remember how to pronounce this. You are a true knight! You deserve a grand reward! I could kill him. And claim the realm? Realm for myself? I've already killed others. Like, I don't see why I should, you know, put that... No, it's okay. I'm gonna accept the reward at this point. The greatest reward is inspiration. Hear my song and free your imagination. Hit begins to sing. The song is simple, but hauntingly beautiful. You begin to fade. You find yourself on a beach where it all began, near your home, in Gardariki, on the Frisian coast. Playing the piano with your eyes closed, you feel like you just drifted off to sleep for a while, but now inspiration has struck, and you're composing a hauntingly beautiful piece of music in your head. Some of your friends worry that they'll never leave the village, but they'll never have any adventure. But you don't share that fear. You know that freedom is within you, and you can find whole worlds just sitting there, gazing out at infinity. The end. Definitely fitting for their situation then, right? The idea that, right, like, they made up that story, right? Like, obviously, right? They made it up, like, in this world. And, they couldn't even leave their, like, supposed village because they're, like, all locked in, right? It's fascinating to think about, like, what they could do. Obviously, like, the writing in this is, very much... you know, a thing that exists, but like, but obviously it's like always like filtered through the lens of like the characters doing that, right? Anyway, I open my eyes. I like that this is how you quit. Congratulations for exploring another world. Your profile status has increased from 3 active citizen to 4 respective. I'm so respected as a citizen. Restricted billboard threads have been unlocked. I cannot believe that I'm getting more reading. Okay. I want to actually read more about the Underwater Night quest though. A second. This is a lot of fun. The map is an interesting feature, but underused. The story is simplistic and full of anachronisms. How to get the second ending? Well, I mean, I have some ideas how to get different endings. I'm pretty sure there's a secret location that's not always visible. Yeah, I figured that one out. This reminds me of the blacksmith's work. Though it expresses a very different philosophy. One could argue that this is reflected in the open world structure, as opposed to the emphasis on journeys and the blacksmith's interactive stories. There are indeed many anachronisms, but I believe that this is part of Belial's ethos. Not one that I agree with, as you know, but more than just a mistake. Okay, so I definitely believe that there are like multiple endings in there, right? Like we could just go to the end, we could just, you know, ignore the offer, we could confront the whale, we could run away. I feel like there are like a lot of endings there, right? Do I want to do that like this instance? You know what? Yes. Like, I mean, we have all the time in the world, right? Like, I'm gonna play this, I'm gonna like maybe skip through it at like certain parts, but hey, let's just start a new game. Like if it takes like a long time. Yeah. How about we run away? What happens? You run away. Nothing interesting ever happens to you after that. Okay. So this is like one ending technically. New game. What happens if I confront the whale? You grab your sword, but realize you don't actually have a sword. I wanted to say. Thankfully, what you thought was a huge monster is actually just a large bipedal whale. Beckons you to come over. Sure, let's talk. I wanna also like say, would you like to become a knight? Nah. You say no. What a boring choice. You grow old and die of lack of imagination. Okay, another ending, right? Like I found like multiple already. New game, okay. We wait and see. We're going to be nice. Talk. We are going to become a knight. Now I want to not swear the oath. Gemstones, yeah, nah. Wow, you came really long way just to say no. You drown. Alright, let's try this again, but this time I wanna lose the fight at the end. Just wait and see. Talk to them. Yes, I would like to become a knight. I'm going to also, you know, again, swear the oath that I'm going to defeat it, and I'm just gonna go to the layer instantly. The palace. Swear that I will. Go to the map. They also like, if I go for the guide, right, like I can go to the dungeon, evil layer. And I could probably go like in a different direction because now I've gone north. I want to see what happens like if I go somewhere else. Attack! What? Without a weapon? Yes! Congratulations! You've just vanquished an evil serpent god with your bare hands. Unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah, right, dream on. Fair enough. Okay, so you actually have to get like a weapon at least. Okay. Palace again. I get the guide. I still don't know why there are stains on there, but sure. Go to the dungeon. And this time I want to go to the... Do I need the lantern? What happens if I enter without the lantern? It's pitch black. We're likely to run into a mine. Okay, I'm gonna get the lantern, I guess. Go in. Oh, wait, examine. Second. What did I just do? Like, let's go in again. Okay, I have the map here. For some reason, I thought there was like another button. Take the lantern. Enter the dungeon. And this time I'm gonna go... I went north, let's go west. You walk west for a while, nothing the splendid quality of the wallpaper. Oh, noting the splendid quality of the wallpaper. It looks like genuine stone. After some time, the corridor opens into a huge chamber. It's so big that it contains an entire undersea volcano, which is being mined by dwarves of all sizes. Sure, let's talk. You ask the dwarf why they mine the volcano, he says. Because it gives us something to do. We could leave the volcano and seek new places, but what would we do there? We might find a library and spend our time sorting books, or work in a factory, arranging machine or matches. But whatever happens, we will be somewhere doing something. So why change? Peace comes from acceptance. Interesting. As a philosophy, right? Like, this is definitely a form of nihilism. In a way where like nothing changes where you are, like something would always happen. Completely ignoring the fact that like the something you do has like a different value, not just like to you, but also potentially society, right? Obviously, really depending on like how you want to see. Like, I'm not saying that this is like not valuable to do, but hey, our activities are different, our places are different. I mean, different scenery, sure, let's start with that. The difference is not inherent, but comes from your own sense of attachment. You project the difference from within yourself. If you let go of the sense of attachment, then there is no difference. Yeah, if you ignore the differences in location, then there is no difference in location. How about you give me the pickaxe? But that's my pickaxe, the dwarf says. Actually, it's attached to it. The dwarf concedes your point and gives you the pickaxe, ready to embrace a more profound attachment. You are very wise, he says. He is right. I'm so wise. Do I get like wisdom up? Can I go in the dungeon? Is the dungeon now, you know, blocked again? Close for repairs again. So like, you can only do like one thing in here. Okay. How about the evil layer? Now you sure want to attack it? Yeah. You confronted Serpent God Smaid Chernobyl in his lair. You fight valiantly, but you were not prepared enough. You are killed in a horrible fashion. Rip to that. Okay, I want to... This is like the last thing I'm gonna do today. I want to see what happens if I go south. Like, I feel like the main reason, like the main way to become prepared is probably to get like the soup, so you get the shield. I'm not sure if the pickaxe itself is enough. Probably not, right? Like, but like pickaxe and shield maybe. Yes, I want to become a knight. Let's go to the map. Go to the palace. And then we're going to repeat all of that again. Swear that I will. Map, and then go to the palace again. It's really neat how everything here is printed. As someone, like, I have made games like these before, right? Like, where everything has to be printed, like, line by line in the command line. It's definitely fun activity. But it doesn't mean that there aren't, like, you know, things like this. This just takes, like, quite some time. Especially, like, the way they are doing it. You could definitely optimize that. Just show, like, multiple characters at once. Come on. Scenic Dungeon. Let's go to the south. I obviously need the lantern first. Take the lantern. Enter the dungeon. And go... I went north. Okay, I have to go south now. Unfortunately, it turns out the southern part of the dungeon has been severely damaged by the villainous mage Novel. The corridors lie in ruins. The fanciful creatures that once prowled these parts have had to find new professions. It's a tragic sight. A powerful reminder of why a hero is needed. Okay, now I can go north, or... yeah. I want to go north because we can also talk about... like I asked about the prophecy last time. This time we can ask about Mage Novel. Ah, yes. The vile serpent god that seeks to control our world. A foul beast, never leaving us in peace with his laws and his questions. And laws and questions, okay. Peace is all we desire, you see, the eternal peace of the cycle of time, within which each of us can exist without attachment or fear, simply being at one with the world. To bring this about, you will require a sword, which I have prepared for you. Okay. You need a sword explicitly, so like a pickaxe is not enough. Interesting. I just see like, okay, I always called, you know, Milton the serpent, right, for obvious reasons. And who has been like questioning a lot while we were playing the base game. So maybe this is actually, you know, the reference to that. It would make sense now that I think about it. With the question and the laws, right? Like figuring out like how everything should work. And they just desire peace that they can't get if their worldview is questioned, basically. So maybe the serpent is right. Can ask about the prophecy and then not take the sword? I have to take the sword, okay. Excellent, okay. The butler goes somewhere else. Is it enough for me to go to the evil lair now? Do I only need the sword? You fight valiantly, but you're not prepared enough. Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to quit. I want to see like the different endings. There might be like more to it, but I feel like this is enough for today's episode. I don't really see how like a lot can change. Like we could get like a pickaxe. What would I do with a pickaxe though, right? Like if it's not seen as a weapon. We could jump into the volcano. Like the issue is there are like actually a lot of options that I can still do, but I feel like most of them are just going to end me. You know what? I'm gonna just skip into the volcano. Okay, now we're in the dungeon. I'm gonna go... wait, it was west, right? Rockawise Planet, yeah. Steal a pickaxe from a dwarf, jump into the volcano. You jump into the volcano and die. Why did you do that? I just had to do it. We could try to steal one of the pickaxes. That's like one more thing I can do. Is there anything else, like, option-wise I still had? I could kill the man with, like, the amulet. But why would I do that, right? I am not sure if there's, like, actually a second ending. Like a bigger ending than, like, the ones that I have found. Maybe there is... I'm just gonna leave it at this point. This was just, like, the one question. Maybe there was, like, a secret there. Maybe if I do, like, a different order, right? Like, if I get the pickaxe first and go to, like, a place... maybe that could be helpful. But maybe I'm also just overthinking this. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be seeing you next time for more reading. Till then, have a good one, and bye-bye.